If you have not like and subscribe the channel, just go to the Google or YouTube and search for the Alien Tech Champion. Since you're already watching the video on YouTube, so you already know where you are. This channel is regarding meant for the technical news to about Microsoft Intune Manager, Intune, and Apple iOS, Android, or Windows 10 or 11, or anything related to the mobile space. Okay, so today in this video I am going to show you the how, if you have a plan to use the certificate authority, right? So how you can, how I am gonna explain the detailed flow of how you can integrate the third party SCEP server integration, right? So in my last video I have made how there are, how if you have a plan to use in your organization's certificate based cert based authentications for Wi-Fi or VPN, there is two way. One is that you have to build on Microsoft on in-house, on-premise CA server, or you can integrate the third-party CA server through the SCEP. So I have already made video on how you can configure it, but based on the demand, actually some people are saying, so just show the detailed flow of the third-party integration. It's available already on the Microsoft side, so you can always go and search for that. So but I'm going to show you this flow, because before configuring anything, before you talking to the if you are working for a consultant or for any organizations, you should or just one preparing for the interview, like if interview asks for the how you can integrate the third party integration, and if they ask for the detail the flow, how the data flow will happen for this third party integration with Intune. So here is the place I'm gonna speak you. I'm gonna provide you so that you will get to know the through these diagrams about this flow, right? So the first you see here, this is the I have downloaded from the Microsoft, so I don't have to prepare. I feel this is the one of the best I can explain you. So you see here the first step, here is your Microsoft Intune, and you have the SCEP server. This is in third party SCEP server, like you can use any DigiCert, CA server, or Intrust, or any global there are many out there in the market, right? You can use that, depend on. And here is your mobile devices, and this is Azure Active Directory. So all three are in cloud, because it's cloud to cloud connection, right? If you have on SCEP server Microsoft, then it will be in on-premise. Okay, so I'm talking about only the third-party CA, so don't confuse. I will not talk about the on-premise SCEP server here, right? So in the Intune, being as a Intune administrator, you have to create the certificate profiles, right? So admin will create the certificates profiles and then target the profiles, right? The SCEP profile, or the configuration profile of it, right, to the devices, right? Of course. So here you, in the first step, the admin will create the SCEP profiles and target to the mobile devices. The challenge is generated, right? The challenge will is generated in Intune, encrypted and signed with the additional informations to validate the CSR, right? And then devices check in into Intune, and then third you see the mobile devices request for the certificate from the third party SCEP server, right? Here in the second step, third steps, you see here the SCEP server, right? The Intune create a unique SCEP challenge. It also add additional integrity in check, such as like what is expected or sans should be, and then Intune encrypt, right? Intune encrypt and sign both the challenges, integrity check, and then send this information to the devices request. And so in the third step, right, the SCEP server request an authentication token, right? So the Intune admin has targeted the profiles, and it will generate the challenge, and then mobile devices request for the third party certificate from the third party, and the third party SCEP server request for the authentication from the Azure Ready token, and then Azure Ready token will send back the Azure Ready send back the token for the Intune tenant to the SCEP server, right? So it will say in the 4 steps. In the 5th step, you see the SCEP server authentications to Intune, sending CSR to encrypt challenge, right, which I already mentioned. And then the 6 steps, you see Intune validate the signature and encrypt the ball, right, the decrypted, and the compare the challenges with the CSR received, and if it matches, the Intune inform the SCEP server to issue the certificates. And then once they will confirm, then 6 step certificates has been issued to the mobile devices. So if the challenge is successfully right, then the SCEP server issues certificate, right, and then SCEP server will also validate the signature and then decrypt the payload and compare the CSR to the integrity check information. So without this, and that's why this one we have created. If you see, you have to create this register your application in the Azure Ready, so that this your Intune will validate the challenge, right, whether this certificate is valid or not. Then it will give instructions or inform to your SCEP server to issue a certificate to the mobile devices. So you need the third party CA console access, and you have to register applications in Microsoft Azure Active Directory, so that your Intune will validate and compare and decrypt the CSR, and then match, and then inform your SCEP server to issue certificates. So I hope if you have not watched my previous video, just go and watch, and then you'll get to know how this is the one of the best detailed data flow on how you can integrate your third party SCEP integrations with Intune. Till then, thank you, have a good day, and take care.